Have you been asking yourself the question, how could I take my dimensional paper flowers and use it for something outside of just card making? Today I'm going to show you how you can take your dimensional flowers and add them to a florist wire and create beautiful floral bouquets, boutonnieres, or corsages that you could totally use at weddings, proms, Mother's Day, whatever the occasion that needs flowers. This would be great. And the added bonus, these don't wither and die. To create the water lily, stamp this image multiple times with a Prussian blue ink and cut it out with this coordinating die. To color that with the Prussian blue, I colored it with the same image I inked it up with. So you'll just kind of give it a little bit of a soft coloring all the way around. And if you do this before it's cut out, you can do that very quickly and easily. So this is now ready to take the coordinating die. You can just lay that on top and run that through your manual die cutting machine. Just cut that out and then you're ready to shape them. For these, I shaped them two different ways depending on what I was doing with the specific size. So for the small ones, I also colored from the back and I actually shaped them from the back. So what you'll want to do is just take your stylus, give it some pressure and just kind of shape it lightly from the back. And then we'll go back to our large one. That one was shaped from the front and just kind of pull in on each petal towards the center. And then since we're putting this onto a florist wire, I used my paper piercer and just added a hole into the center of each flower. And we're ready to attach those to our florist stem. So what you'll want to do is take your florist wire and just give it a little bit of a curve on the top with maybe a pliers, and then add your little flower to the top and just pull that all the way up, and then use your hot glue gun. And for this center, this is going to be like the flower bud. Just add some glue to this, to every petal tip, and then just kind of push that together, and it will kind of attach automatically because you are gluing this with the hot glue. Just kind of push it, hold it together just a little bit, and then we'll do one more with this same size. So this is the smallest size of the flower you stamped. So for this second size, the easiest thing I found to do was to put some hot glue right around the base and just kind of twirl that around. You don't have as much of a chance to kind of hurt your fingers when you're doing this, and then you can just pop that right up to the top and then just wrap those petals right over the top of the flower and just kind of hold it for a little bit. And when you do this, at first you might be saying, oh man, it's not going to turn out, but just kind of keep on shaping it so you've got your first size and we're ready for the second one. Each flower will look a little bit different just depending on how you shape it, but just continue to add that glue around the base and kind of twirl it around. And then pop this second size. I kind of do like to make sure that I'm offsetting the petals as much as I possibly can. And if you've got plenty of glue, this second size will just kind of wrap right above it. And you could stop at any time once you think your flower is full enough. So just pop it through that wire. I'm doing about 2 to 3 of every size. The more sizes you use, or the more of each size, the bigger that your flower will get. So we'll just kind of pop that up, just offset the petal. You'll see how that's kind of starting to open up. We'll do one more of this size. So this is actually, it looks kind of complicated when you first just look at the flower on its own, but once you've got the technique down, it's actually very simple. So just use the hot glue as the flower gets bigger, kind of spread it out a little bit more. And then we'll just kind of pop this up underneath there, and that finishes our second size. So for the third size, just continue to add that glue on the base. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier is just the fact that when you are adding these flowers, I do also like to color the back, and that just makes it, if anything is turned up, the back side has color as well. So we'll just continue to add this. This might be the last size we need, or the last one we need to add depending on the size and fullness of this flower. Let's kind of check that out. Yep, that looks good. And then once that's on, you're ready to add. I just added a lily pad leaf. I mean, you could experiment with other leaves as well. So we'll just add the glue kind of to the base. This one's a little bit harder to rotate because the lily is a little bit larger. And then just kind of press that up against, and that just kind of frames that really nicely. And then to finish it off, if you wanted to add these two together in a bouquet, kind of like you see for the other one, all you need to do is take your florist tape and wrap that together, and you'll have a flower like this. And to finish this, I added a little bead in the center with glitter and just finished accenting it that way. Have fun experimenting with different flower shapes and styles to add to these flora stems and wires. You're totally going to have so much fun creating bouquets and corsages. I would love to see what you create, and you can share those projects with us on Facebook. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. If you need any of the tools that I showed in the videos, those tools are linked in the video description below. As always, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.